All right, y'all, what's going on? My name is Brent. We're here with Found Media. I'm here to interview young Baca Productions. These young two cats right here, been hustling, working hard. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
What up, the American Dream, Young Baca, man. Young Baca Productions, man. The Anna Baca Foundation. B-Side Forum, happy to be here, man. Got my boy right here.
Lego, what's going on, guys? Kick Rocks Entertainment, make sure you guys follow me. What's going down there?
Okay, and like the whole point of doing this interview is just to highlight the local talent. Let everybody know where they can find you, who you work with, everything like that.
So here's the problem. Local is a bad word. Whenever you tell somebody you're local, it's a bad word. Are you a local artist?
Yeah.
I don't think you are. Because you do shows all over the place,
Oh,
right?
okay. We'll edit that out.
No, don't edit it out. Keep all this in. So 50 has a line says, they like your vocals, but it's only in New York, nigga, your ass is local. That's what he's talking about Jadakiss. He's dissing Jadakiss, saying Jadakiss, they love you, but they don't love you in New York. So if you tell somebody, we have this conversation all the time. If you tell somebody you're a local artist, it might be a little diss. So I don't think we're a local artist if you do shows in Canada, Philadelphia, Toronto, Houston, Vegas, Atlanta, New York,
Vegas,
and we're going to Miami in a couple weeks. What point does it stop being local?
Yeah, true. Okay, well, let's jump right into it. So, kind of give me like a quick rundown of how you guys met and how you formed this production group.
So, Young Baca Productions is me and my business partner, Mike Mendoza Sushi.
Okay.
Lego's the official host. He's my best friend. He's my cousin, man. He always holds everything down. You know, you go to the show, I'm usually outside hustling, walking the door. Lego's upstairs, running the show and doing his thing, man. And how did we meet, Lego?
Break Beats and Rhymes, huh?
Yeah, we met at Break Beats and Rhymes. I showed up and I was talking smack, and you said,
"This dude is crazy."
He said, "Who the hell is this dude?" Right?
Yeah, because you know how he is. So he
what
came
the fuck does that mean?
so he came in just talking shit to everybody, but at the same time it was funny. And
what place is that? You said Break what?
Break Beats and Rhymes is it's an FM station located in Studio City. They do every Saturday night from
12 from midnight to 2 in the morning. They play independent artists and regular artists.
So they've had like KOS1 come through. They've had a whole bunch of different artists come through. So Lego used to be a part of Break Beats and Rhymes. I had an interview with Break Beats and Rhymes a long time ago. It was probably 5 years ago. And
longer than that, shit.
Longer than that, and we linked and we've been rocking ever since, man. We do a whole bunch of genres. We do comedy at least once a week. We do hip hop, which is our main thing. Yeah. We do bands. We do Spanish music. We do everything, man. We do everything. Okay. And I think that's what's really cool about our events too. You have so much different types of genres, and you have so much different types of hip hop too. This guy might be trap. This guy might be boom bap. This guy might have a style that nobody's even heard of before, and we make it happen.
Yeah, definitely.
And we started doing events at private venues, which were private events, and we kept it going. And we've done over 100. We've done over 100 events during the pandemic.
Would you say that's one of like your biggest challenges, or what do you think is one of the biggest challenges so far, or maybe in the future that you'll run into?
The pandemic was definitely an issue in the beginning because you got to figure out a way to do events when you're not supposed to do any events. You got to find venues that are willing to work with you, that are willing to pretty much take the risk and do the thing. But it took us 2 weeks to figure it out. We haven't looked back. We've done Houston. We've done Vegas. We do Vegas once a month. We have Vegas residency. We're going to Miami in a couple of weeks, and we just keep it rocking, man.
And how did
text me on Instagram? Let's make sure you're not a neo-Nazi. Let's make sure you make somewhat good music. Okay. But everybody's at different stages in their life.
Yeah.
We rock with so much different artists. We book over 1,000 artists a year. Some are 17-year-old kids are still trying to figure it out. That they'll probably do the smaller shows and do an early set. Some are seasoned vets that have hundreds of fans, and we pay them to headline shows. Everybody's different. Everyone's at different careers in their life, different parts of the career.
Yeah. No, I hear you definitely on that, man. I mean, even with us.
But there is people that we say, hey, we can't have you.
Well, what makes you say that, then? Maybe there's a fight that breaks out.
No, but there's definitely people that you can't come back. If you do bad business, you can't come back.
Yeah.
You can't come back at all. And then if you bring negative energy and you have fights and you start issues with other artists, it's not worth having you here if you put everyone else in jeopardy and you're bringing a bad vibe. But then just other people that just do music, it doesn't fit, and it's just because they just don't really know what they're doing yet. Mm-hmm. Most of those artists will give a chance, but if somebody that's just they clearly don't know what they're doing, we don't do open mics. We do events that we put together. Exactly, yeah.
Now, I'm sure there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of people trying to start production groups. Maybe they kind of did a little bit, didn't really work out with them. what would you say has kept you fighting to keep this going, and what would you say is your weakness?
So there's always going to be people that say, "Hey, what's up? I could do an event. I could, get some artists. I could book 5 artists. I could get a bar and I could do an event." But it's not that easy, Then you realize, hey, I got to pay the security. I got to pay the venue sometimes. I got to pay the host. I got to pay the DJ. I got to do promotion. Some of these artists ask for money. Next thing you know, you're walking away with just a handshake and maybe a free beer. And they say, hey, it takes a lot of bullshit to throw an event. It's a lot of stuff involved, you know what I'm saying? And because I think we do so many events, we kind of make it look easy, but you see people, they pop up for 2 months and they burn out. They pop up for 5 months and they burn out. It's a tough business.
What do you mean, like the people actually running the production company?
Yeah, so if you say, hey, I want to start doing my own events, let's do this. You come in hot, you be excited, you do a couple events, and then, you realize, hey, I might not be making as much money. I might not be having as much fun as I thought I would be having, because everyone thinks it's just a party. Everyone thinks that you show up, have drinks, do the thing, but you got to worry about making the venue owner happy. You got to worry about making the artists happy. You got to worry about making money.
Yeah.
You got to worry about everyone being safe. You got to worry about the venue. You got to worry about the neighborhood. You got to worry about this guy's from this place and this guy's from this place. And if you can't stand up to somebody and say, hey, we don't have that here, you're gonna have a big issue. So you see a lot of promoters come in, burn out, stuff like that.
Yeah, and so that's another question that they led into is like, well, how do you really make the money off the shows? And like, I mean, I know that you're where you're at right now. How are you looking to grow it? Do you want to? I mean, are you trying to be one of the biggest production companies? Like, what's the steps you have to take to really get to that next level where you're booking huge artists?
Just like every business, you take one step at a time. We started off doing one event a month. Then we started off doing 2 events a month. Now we're doing 25 events a month. When we go to Vegas, when we go to Houston, when we go to Miami, we go to New York, we go to Philadelphia, we go to Canada, we go to Seattle, we go to Mexico.
Damn.
We still have we be doing a show in Houston on Friday night, but we still have the commitment to do our shows on Friday night. We have residencies every single week at these venues, so we need to be able to have a crew back home that's working these shows while we're in Houston, while we're doing promotion in Houston. We still have a show Saturday night. And that's what we do. You naturally build. Now, next thing we're working on different ventures that I can't get into yet, but we definitely want to be the best. You don't get in this game to be second best.
Of course. And okay, so I know your group right now is you two, and then you said there's someone else, right?
Yeah. So me and Sushi Mike Mendoza. That's Young Baca Productions.
Okay.
And then we got my boy Lego. We got Slum the Resident, Young Casper, and Buddy for the family. We do our thing, man. It's a great.
Now, once you guys start growing, let's just say a few years down the road, you really start growing, getting big, doing all these crazy shows. What is your process?
We do crazy shows now. When you say it like that, it makes it seem like we don't do crazy shows.
Okay, yeah.
We give away $2,000 cash. We've given away $22,000 to independent artists the last 2.5 years, man.
Yeah.
We fly artists to New York City. Whoever wins Cali to NY, we fly out to New York. We pay for your hotel. We pay for your food. You perform in Brooklyn. You perform in Manhattan. You do a whole bunch of podcasts. You do a whole bunch of radios. You go to Hot 97, get an interview, and you do your thing, man. Yeah.
Wow, how'd you get that Hot 97?
I'm Mr. Hot 97, man. You'll just see my Instagram. Right? Like you telling, man. How many times you been to Hot 97, Lego?
Like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Shit, how do I get
I've been to Lego 4 times. You win Cali to NY, man. You win Cali to NY, you'll get an interview at Hot 97, man. When we go to New York, Hot 97 hosts all of our shows.
Damn.
Hip Hop Mike, DJ Juanito, some other names I'm forgetting, and they do a thing, man.
So how long have you been in this business?
We've been doing shows about 6 years. This is my full-time job for about 5 years, so 5.5 years. And then Sushi's been doing it a little bit longer than me. He was throwing shows, and then we came together, and now we're doing our thing.
Okay, so once you start really like expanding, what I mean by expanding, I don't mean to say your business is small. I'm just saying where you have multiple shows, multiple days going on at the same time.
We have multiple shows and multiple
What's
days.
your process like for bringing new people on board?
But we have that now.
Trust them. No, I'm saying, but what's your process for bringing new workers into?
Just like any business, we're always hiring DJs. We're always hiring people to work the door, cashier, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we do have a pretty solid team of people that we trust, and an extended Young Baca Productions family that they run the things, man. And obviously, just like any business, it's supply and demand. If you need more people, you hire more people, and it goes that way. It's just like you treat it like any other business. Just because it's the music industry, and just because there's a party atmosphere, doesn't mean you don't treat it like a business. Yeah.
Continue the shows. You guys got a lot of things in work. I'm excited for you, man. I can feel the passion in what you guys are saying. I mean, the relationship that y'all have is very rare nowadays. It's very, very hard. I tell my homies all the time, it's very hard to mix money and friends. Because 9 times out of 10, someone's gonna get jealous, someone's gonna pull the plug, right?
All the time.
Tell them, Leggo.
Go ahead, tell me what happened. About kind of a breakdown of like an inside of what that's about.
What?
Kind of like what he said about like people.
No, he said
No,
because he's had bad experiences before.
Well, yeah,
That's
go
why
ahead.
he
I'm
said
just
that.
saying, I would agree with you because, you know, you got to be with the right people because if you don't have the right team, man, you know, and then if you do have the right team, there might be niggas in your circle that might be, like you said, jealous or envious. And I just thank God we ain't got none of that bullshit around us, man. But I've been through that shit, you know, where, you know, niggas is jealous or niggas, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I just be low key. I play my role, you know what I'm saying? And then go back to your question earlier, was I in a group or a rap group? I used to be in a rap group back in the days. We were called Last Dynasty, you know what I'm saying? And it was about 6 of us, 7 of us. And we still tight to this day, but, you know, some fell off and some still on. You know, out of 7 cats is 2 people still doing, that's messing with the music out there. And that's me and my cousin Womack. Shout out to Womack.
Shout out to Big Womack, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Womack.
Womatic tracks. But yeah, you know, we was in the group and we was doing big things and, you know, doing shows, all types of stuff. And, you know, as people got older, you know, you grow apart and, you know, stuff happens and you know, you go your own way and, you know, but yeah, it's hard to find a good team though, bro. Like,
And you know, I think that's why we're so lucky too, man, because we just have a great team, man. We have an amazing team. There's no jealousy, there's no envious, and we generally do enjoy hanging out with each other, and it's awesome, man. And I feel bad for people that aren't able to find that. You know, I feel bad for people that they gotta take on this entire industry by themselves, and like my boy Sushi says, they get to the top and they look around and they don't recognize anybody there and they're all alone. But think about us, which is super cool. We grind and we rise to the top with each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's not.
I feel you on that, man. Jealousy fucks a lot of things up. So
whatever, put hairs on your head.
At Young Baca Productions, at the Anna Baca Foundation, at B-Side Forum, and at Kickbox Entertainment, right?
Legonomics out now. Make sure you guys check it out. Please holler at me. Make you feel good music. Some shit that need to be heard right now. This is what's going on right now with the police brutality, the haters out there, the motherfucker trying to maintain, you know, going through a lot of bullshit. You trying to maintain and keep your insanity, you know what I'm saying? And rolling some bud up and, you know, taking a little smoke break. All that is on here, man. So make sure you guys check it out. Legonomics. Got Young Baca hosting it. Shout out to DJ Ash who did the scratches and the mixes on there. Shout out to Forrest, you know what I'm saying, who mixed it down. Shout out to my man Big Vago. Shout out to Trish. Shout out to Stoddy Ray. Shout out to Green Eyes. And shout out to Rhythm.
I would also like to say shout out to Trish as well. So.
Yeah.
Young Baca Productions.
Shout out to Sushi. 498 the fam.
Hey.
Nigga Slum the Resident. Young Casper, see you mañana, man. Gonna get tore up tomorrow for your birthday / release party, man. It was his birthday earlier this week too. Yeah. Happy birthday, Casper.
Nice. Again, my name is Brent. I'm with Young Baca Productions, Legonomics. His new album's out now. Make sure you stream that. Make sure you cop that. You got their IGs. You got their YouTube. Pull up to a show. They going global. They taking over. Young Baca Productions, Found Media, done.
God is good.
Look, I used to go with